Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So it's quite a long one today. We're doing a sketchbook flip through and also a finish off, and there is some news and things I want to talk to you about as well. But first of all, I'm just kind of giving you an update on the planner situation. So I've still been using the monthly in this way, you can see, to kind of do a little sketch a day or a little, you know, kind of a little thumbnail sketch. You can see my fortune cookie there, which I thought was pretty funny. You're failing, but what a champion. But so anyway, you can see like there's a little bit more greens being introduced mid-month here, and then you know, it was like very vintage style at the beginning, and some of these kind of earthy greens are creeping into it. And trees keep coming up as well this month. So last month it was like little measuring tapes, and like even so I was watching the Explorer's Castle and I saw this old Portuguese kind of love seat with the two matching sort of backs. And so like every day, like maybe it's a color, maybe it's something that I remember that I want to maybe sketch in more detail, things like that I will kind of put in there. And then I'm also still doing well with the Tomoe River, which I wasn't sure about, but I've just kind of at the end of the week, so Thursday, Friday and Saturday is where I mainly will sketch a little emblem at the top, and then I don't do it on the Mondays, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, because it'll be kind of, they'll be, you know, behind each other, so it won't really work. And I'm just showing you the pen that I'm using. This is an extra fine with the Robert Oster Berry Diage, and yeah, been really enjoying that. But you can see like some of the things that come out of this is like different color mixing or things like that. So the Perylene green is one that I have struggled with for a long time, and during Christmas I put this down, and then I put the Daniel Smith Duochrome Lapis Sunlight over the top, and I really love how that works. So yeah, finding little favorite new mixes and things like that is also what I, you know, am able to kind of find from just doing those just a few minutes a day. It's like literally 5 minutes at the end of the day, and it just really helps me to unwind, I think, and just kind of get out any extra thoughts or anything like that. Okay, so today we're finishing off this sketchbook. We started this one last year, and I wanted to take you through kind of a sketchbook and how I would fill one up, and you can see that I don't fill them up quickly. And so there are process videos for most of the pages in here, and I will put a playlist below so you can go back and see, you know, how we created like the one before with the texture paste. This one here, there isn't a video about this page, but there is a video about this little emblem. It's day 3 of the advent calendar, and this one here I did in purple, so you can see that, you know, that you can take that concept of the stone architecture and you can create any, you know, using any colors that you like. This is the beautiful sticker from Nibs Watercolors with the collab that we did, and then this one here you can see is from one of the printables, and I took the image and just created a page from that image. And so that's the type of thing that you can use the printables for. You know, you can either collage them in like into an art journaling page, or use them, you know, to inspire a new page. And then this one here, we have a couple of videos about recreating Monet, so I really love that that concept. The one on the left here I just did the other night. I don't have a video for it, but it's basically a wet in wet painting of the New York skyline. So I was just trying that, and it's just kind of new, so I wasn't really you know, doing a video. Sometimes I just need to kind of sit down and work things out. And this one here, there is a video for this butterfly, so I really love the you know, the iridescent on top there. So this page here again, we do have a video for this, the colour wheels, and so we created kind of tints and shades on the colour wheel, and you know, creating them with watercolour is a little bit different than regular, where you can create them just with, you know, a tint using white and a shade using black, but we kind of did, so the middle band there is the colour, and then we watered it out, and then we mixed it with pearl white on the outer rim, and then going in towards the centre we mixed it with caput mortuum and then hematite to give a softer but still textured version of the black. But yeah, and you can see that, I think I explained all this in the video. I attached them to with little brads to another little bit of paper that could be glued onto the page so they didn't go through the back. But yeah, I think it would be so lovely to kind of create a kinetic wall installation of just really slow moving and really like soothing colour wheels. I don't know, anyway. So here is a page that is not done, and so I thought it would be really nice to just take some colours and create a very simple colour wheels. This is one that you can do, and you can you know, use a variety of different colours. You can try it with different things. So I'll go through and I'll list everything that I'm using today, but so the way that I'm doing it is using the colour full strength and as deep as you can get it in this inner rim here, and then we dip it in water, and then we do the middle band, and then we dip it in water again, and we do the outer rim. So you can see here, and it's not a swish, like I don't dip my paintbrush and swish. Most of the time I'm only like dipping the tip or half of the brush in, so I don't really and I guess that depends on how much water, you know, how much you want to water the colour down. But yeah, it's just a little dip in the water. So you can see we do the same thing here. So the first colour we used was Wallace and Seymour Velvet Rose, and this one here is Winsor and Newton Potter's Pink, and you can see that we are skipping the middle, and then we're using the colour, and then what we do is go back around and mix those two together and do the same thing, you know, with the mixes. So the colours that I'm using, like I said, Velvet Rose, Potter's Pink. The next one is Thulite, which is a really beautiful mineral colour from Colours of the Iron range. I got this one, and yeah, it's a really, really lovely soft pink. This next one is Cinabrese, Wallace and Seymour. This one here is Buff Titanium by Colours of the Iron range. Then we had the Sun Gold by Paint and Paper Studio, and so this one now is the Artgraf, and the brownie, the violet earth one, that is Porphyry Violet Ochre from Colours of the Iron range. So yeah, a really lovely subdued palette, and that's the kind of I guess I've been really liking that colour range. You can see here also there was a mix that I really liked on the palette, so I'm just moving it to the other side. I don't want to actually get rid of it. And sometimes like I will just take that like and just make a little note of it and put it in a sketchbook, but for now I just thought I'd move it across. So yeah, so you can see here now we're starting with the Velvet Rose, and then we'll get some Potter's Pink and mix that all together, and then we're going to start the whole process. Okay, so here where I have a little bit of the mix left and I didn't want to waste it because these are, you know, more expensive pigments, so I thought that we would just start out a transparent flower and kind of, I'll just quickly run through that with all of the, you know, whatever excess mixes that I had, but I didn't actually have any, so we still kind of finish off this flower at the end of the video. But you can see, so this is something I really love and I highly recommend just practicing some of these. It is so easy and just a really fun way to create a page of beautiful flowers. So yeah, we just left that dry, so we put the 3 petals down first and then we let that dry, and I have a more in-depth video of that I can show you as well. So one of the things I should mention from a question that I got this week, and I don't probably mention this enough, when I first started with watercolour I had a Winsor & Newton student grade 12 half pan set and the Artist Loft like plastic tray from Michaels. I got them both at Michaels with a coupon. I used a paintbrush from Walmart and a sketchbook, and for about 3 years that is what I used. So, you know, do not, you know, any supplies that you have are great, and you know, as long as they inspire you to paint. You don't have to have the colors that I have, you know, way later on in my watercolor journey. And yeah, don't let anything like that stop you. Just whatever you can have. Like, I loved having those paints. I was so happy to have them, and you know, I think the Artist Loft shimmer colors really taught me patience with those, because you have to like put some water on them and let them re-wet for quite a while. Okay, so here I'm just trying to decide, do I want the warmer gold ink or the cooler silver ink, and you can see the difference there that it makes to the page. So I often go for the gold just for that warmth. But I really love the silver ink as well, and we do have a gold video coming up as well, so you will see. I will kind of talk through this a little bit more towards the end of the video, but I am going to be taking a little break, so I am uploading quite a few videos, as many as I can this weekend, so you can kind of decide, you know, when you want to like watch them. Do you want to save one, you know, for each week, or what order you want to use, you know, watch them in and things like that. So yeah, that's our finished color wheel. Again, this is one of my favorite things, and you'll see on the next page that 3 pages in a row of this sketchbook are color wheels, and so I've done them in different ways. I've done you know, different amounts of like sections in the color wheel. Like the big one on the last page had 5. This one is a bigger wheel, but it only has 3. The ones on the next page don't even have colors, they actually have flowers in them. So it's a very nice thing to go through your sketchbook and choose, you know, a theme and try that out several different ways. And I think that's one of the nice things, you know, it's one of the things that I like to do in the sketchbooks. So you can see here, like this is another page, and again we have more color wheels and just kind of a different idea and a different thought about them. So not that they're finished, kind of. Okay, so, and you can see also that I have that, like I've stuck those little pencil kind of swatches in there. So I also like doing that, like just stapling in or tipping in, you know, just little extra things into the sketchbook. And so there's a whole video about this desk setup as well, but I think that this year, since I haven't been kind of using the junk journals as much because I just haven't had the time, yeah, I've been kind of putting more of that stuff in my sketchbooks as well. But this was a page, so during the pandemic, so I should say 2020, this was kind of my view from the like kitchen sink, doing the dishes. And so we had like the little formal hedge there with the roses, and then the back rock wool and the neighbour's house up in the distance. So that will also reappear. This here is a page we did about painting these chocolates. So, and then I also added the pale wisteria stripes, you know, around there as well. So this one here is a really easy one as well. This was using a stencil, and it's actually a cake stencil, and just, you know, using something like that to create, you know, and to mix and to try different things. So here you can see this same view, and I wanted to recreate it and try and get a little bit more of a different feeling, more what I was going for. I watched Liz Steele's, so she has a couple of videos that are like intros for her courses, and they're really amazing and really interesting, and I think her courses would be wonderful. So I want to hopefully do one of those one day. But yeah, so I watched, and you can see like how different it is even just from watching those videos. And she talks about like the shapes and the edges, and yeah, I was able to kind of figure out how to sketch this a little bit more, because like in the last version, that kind of the main part of it looked like it was kind of going back into the rest of the house, so it was just sketched all wrong. But again, that's what a sketchbook is for, and you know, you try different things, and the first attempt may not always be, you know, the one that works out, which is absolutely okay. So one of the things, since I did the ones on Monet, and I realised like I don't really know how to paint landscapes, how to paint trees, so that's something that I have wanted to work on. Even the little formal hedge here, like it's so difficult to figure out the angles and where the light's hitting it, where you want to put the shadows, you know, because it is all green, and then you kind of have to go through and you know, decide, you know, make decisions on the artwork. So yeah, but so yeah, what was I saying? The, you know, trees is something that I want to work on more. And so if you, I just actually was recommended today, I've never heard of this before, but it was season 6 episode 4 of the Landscape Artists of the Year, and there's like I think 5 different painters, and they all had to recreate this really lush green scene, and it was so interesting how they all went about it, and yeah, just amazing. So already I'm liking the difference, you know, of the scene to how I painted it last time. And I also made some little changes like the gate, which I decided to put there, which was just really like a old wire gate. And yeah, like the path, there wasn't really a path there. But yeah, like those are things that you can kind of just decide to add in or not. You'll see in a minute, like I start putting grass in and then I'm not happy with how that is, so like I just kind of lift all that out with some paper towel and, you know, kind of start again. So at this point I feel like the painting is sort of almost finished but still unfinished, but I'm not really sure how I want to finish it. So I just leave it like that, and that is, you know, something that I do quite often as well. Like you can either decide to keep working and then you are kind of in danger of overworking it, probably like I did the last one. Or you can kind of leave it until you get a little bit more of a sense of how you want that to, you know, work, and what you know, what you want to add and what you want to, you know, fill that space with. So this one here, there's also a process video for in one of the recent roses one, and you can see again this one is from the printables and just a really loose version, so just showing you that you don't have to use them and get really detailed. You can also just use them in a really nice loose way. This one is also a process video, and this was like about art therapy, which was really nice. It was really enjoyable exercise to do. This one here, these are just kind of a couple of things that I again, like I'm not sure, I don't really understand how to do a landscape yet. It's actually quite hard, it's quite a lot of work. I suppose because you have so much of the same color and I don't know, different, it's just difficult. The elements are simplified, but I wanted to do one with like sparkling rain, so I just popped that in there. And then this one here, I was just kind of letting the, like just doing wet on wet and then letting the tree kind of bleed into the, you know, sky and into the hill there. So I don't know, it's again, like that's something that I will have to kind of think about and, you know, work on. So this page here, there's a video for, and I wasn't happy with it, so I thought I'm gonna come in. This is one of the things that I do when I'm finishing off a sketchbook, you know, just making sure that like what's in there is the thing that I want to, like for example, if I'm going back in to look for, you know, inspiration or something like a jumping off point, I want that page to be kind of the last thought that I had about that page. So you can see this tiny little landscape here, and that is what I thought maybe I can do. You know, maybe I'm not that bad at it, but I don't know, it's a bit of a struggle. But yeah, so I basically have gone in here, I've redrawn the couch, and I am just going to repaint that and rework one of the chandeliers. And I really like at the end how the flow of the painting from left to right looks kind of, especially like with the new chandelier, it looks kind of going light to dark, which, and also in the tartan, which is just really nice. Okay, so I didn't really go through the colours in this because it's all pretty much in the other video. And you can see there I'm having a hard time like holding the paper and showing you how I'm putting the pencil on. But I'm using the side of the pencil there just in small circular motions to try and keep it sort of even. And I think I go over that a little bit more in the other video too. But you can see here like I have just pulled that couch out and yeah, I'm just keeping the like tiny top part there because I didn't make the other paper quite big enough after I'd done the swatch, you know, after I'd decided to do the sketch. So yeah, this is, you can see like the couch, it does need a little bit more depth, but I really like the way the top like goes from light to dark there. And yeah, I am quite happy with it. I'm not exactly 100%, but something about like the, I don't know, the middle emblem part, like the green in the last one, I just wasn't loving. And then this one here, we did another video on this. This is about how to use interference and shimmer colors. And again, you can see one of those emblems in the blue. So I've got one in the purple in the front, this one's in the blue. And yeah, there's a whole, you know, video explaining how to do this, and these are also in my printables as well. So you know, the actual sketch so that you can sketch it and trace it. The other thing that I wanted to say, so I am going to be taking some time off, and so I am uploading quite a few videos this weekend so that you have some nice content there. I also, you know, I worked really hard on the sketches over December so that you would also have those there. I wasn't sure, I've been kind of going back and forth between taking some time off for a while. I know the videos mean a lot, but I think, you know, after filming for 2 years through a pandemic, it's quite a lot. And I think there's some things that I need just some time to work on personally for my health, and it's going pretty well, but I think I just need to focus on it for a little while. And also just take some time, like I might do some knitting, I might do some things for the channel, like I still need to do the capital letters for the calligraphy, and I know that I'm just not going to be able to get that done you know, while I'm doing videos. So you can see here that I've used the printables there to do some of these little emblems and frames. And I love, like when I'm waiting for something to dry, I love pulling over one of these sheets or one of the you know, other ones, and just using that to create another little element on the page, yeah, while I'm waiting for something else to dry. So yeah, what I was going to say was I did put the shop on sale until next Friday, but I might be closing up, like I think I'm going to take 6 to 8 weeks. It might be longer, I'm not really sure, but I didn't want to just, you know, leave without saying anything. And so I've got, you know, a lot of videos to upload for this weekend, and hopefully you can, you know, either decide, I kind of thought about like saving them and just uploading them every week, but I just don't want to kind of have to worry about like the stress of that. And so I am just going to upload them all and then let you guys, you know, decide what order you want to watch them in, if you want to save one for every week, or, you know, if you want to just watch them and then come back to them and maybe do one of the paintings out of them or something like that. So I also, so I might close the Etsy is what I was saying, because you know, sometimes I get questions, and if I'm not kind of looking on there, then I might not see them. Yeah, so, but I did put it on sale till next week, so if you are interested in anything, you know, so you can practice, and like I said, everything that I know about painting is on the channel, you know, how to improve your technique, you know, color mixing, my favorite products, you know, all of those things, and even like the sketches, you know, I have organized and worked on those really hard so that you have those as well. So yeah, and then I've worked on these videos so that you also have some content. I also created this week a playlist for you. So my favorite art videos, there's 100 on there. It took hours to create the list. So I wanted you to also have access to that and to some of my favorite videos so that you can kind of go through there and learn from other incredible artists as well. And then if I find anything, I'll just add to that, you know, to the list, and they'll be at the end of it. So yeah, I think I'm leaving you in good hands, and I think that you know, there's plenty of content, there's plenty of things that you can work on, and yeah, I might pop back in just to kind of more do a show and tell, like if I've been working on anything for the channel, or like there are a few exciting things that I've wanted to work on that I just haven't had time, you know, while I'm doing the videos. So we'll see how it goes. It might just be kind of knitting and rest, or it might be kind of you know, sort of some other things. So I'll see how it goes. It's just kind of a break with no pressure, and yeah, but I wanted to leave you with a lot of, you know, goodies and a lot of nice things that you can work on. So there are paintings, and then you can come back and, you know, like even within this video and within this sketchbook, I've also got playlists on my channel. So if you want to just work through like the color spotlight series, or you know, the transparent flowers, or different things like that that you can kind of work on. You can see we'll be painting these shoes in an upcoming video, which I'm really excited about. These, I always love painting shoes, is just so relaxing. So we had some snow the other night. So yeah, this weekend you will see quite a few videos uploaded, and then you can choose to like keep them for, you know, the upcoming weeks, or, you know, kind of watch them and then come back to them. I also wanted to leave you with the gold video and the palette one, because I know you've been waiting for that for a while. So okay, I'll see you in another video. Bye.